If you want to attract prospects to your LinkedIn profile as a financial advisor, then you need to know your numbers. I'm talking about analytics here. I know it can sound a little bit confusing, but it's not, I promise. In this video, you're gonna learn how to use a simple tool that costs less than a cheeseburger, but has the power to show you what kind of prospects are checking out your LinkedIn posts, as well as engagement rate, likes, shares, and other advanced trends. You can then take this info and optimize your LinkedIn prospecting strategy to really maximize engagement and attract more prospects. But before Advisor's CEO, Jeremiah Demray, pulls up his screen to take you inside this secret tool, will you do me a favor? Tap that subscribe button to make sure you get more great financial advisor tips and tricks each week. Okay, let's dive in.
So in this video, I'm going to walk you through and introduce you to my favorite LinkedIn analytics app called Shield. Shield is an app that's almost free. You can grab it for anywhere from $6 to $8 a month to get started, and you can access it at ShieldApp.ai. Now, I'll just walk you through some of the high-level features, and we'll actually dive into my account and take a look at everything. So what I love about this is you can get practically every single piece of data you're going to want to know how your content is performing. So your content metrics, who's actually looking at your posts in audience demographics, network stats, we'll talk about that in a second, speed and traction, and it's all real time. So that's really great. So you can really see in real time how your posts are performing. This is also extremely powerful. So let's say you're trying to get more traction in the self-employed space. It'll actually tell you what percentage of self-employed individuals are engaging with your posts and which ones. That's extremely powerful. So you can keep creating the kind of posts that your audience wants from you. This is something I wish, boy, that I had started right when I got into this journey 6 months ago. I actually only turned on Shield a couple of months ago, or maybe even less than that. And I wish I would have started 6 months ago. So here's my call to action. Definitely sign up to Shield today because you're going to want to know what your baseline is for your current content. And as you get better and better, you're going to see this chart start to take off here. I'll show you this in my account, but what's really powerful is to see what kind of content is working and what doesn't. And I'm going to show you my wins and my duds actually. And we'll actually do a little bit of a breakdown and get some key takeaways from that. Here's the basic overview. You could start here for $6. You're going to get all the basics. And I just got started with Starter, and I've been using Starter for a couple of months, and it's been great. I'm probably going to upgrade here as I start diving in to see which content performs better. But if you want to upgrade to the other levels and just do a monthly, it just goes up by a couple of bucks instead of paying annually. All right, so you can see that changes right there. All right, with that said, let's hop off of the main page and let's dive into the main account. So I'm just going to hop into, this is what you're going to see when you log in. Actually, you're going to see something a little bit different, which is basically just your avatar. But once you click your avatar, you're going to see this. Now, what happens is as soon as you log in, the content report defaults to a 1 week period. Okay, so make sure if you're looking at your content that you're looking at the right date, which you can see right here that I'm clicking on, because you can also switch it to 4 weeks, month to date, quarter to date, year to date, weekly, monthly, and this will give you different trend lines that you can examine. But for the purposes of teaching, I'm going to go back 4 weeks, and here's some of the highlights, right? So let's look at the major trend lines here. You've got the total number of views. So between February 2nd to March 1st, I got almost 500,000 views, which is epic, 16,000 likes, close to 800 comments, 281 shares of my content. And then my engagement rate, I have to actually scroll over this to see. So I can actually see when my engagement rate went through the roof, when it was terrible, and when it was good. So we'll dive into that later. I did 40 posts. So I've been pretty good boy about posting almost every day. Some days I post twice and then I miss once. My follower count, this is what you want to be paying attention to. Something happened for me from, let's say, February, this is the 8th. I started to go on this upward trend and I hit this new spurt of growth on the 20th. So that's really interesting to me, and you're basically going to see that that's going to happen in your account, that you're going to have these little spurts of growth. So I had this mini spurt here, had this another spurt that's going on here, and that's really encouraging for you to see, and it'll keep you motivated. The total statistics are really a summary of what goes on here. Down here, you can see the top posts and which are getting the most views, and you'll see later when I go under content what that's all about. This is your posting frequency, so this is the days of the week, and these are the times of the day. So you could see Sunday, I posted nothing, and then I posted, so for the third week, I posted 3, and then 1, and then 3. Down here are the word clouds, so these are the kind of words that show up the most. The bigger the word, the more it's showing up in my posts. This is just kind of an interesting thing. I don't take a lot of data from this. This chart right here, this timeline chart, is more relevant. If I go back a week, I can make better decisions. So I'm going to go back and change that. So what I'm looking at here are actually, how my posts are performing by day. So on the 24th, you could see I got 20,000 views. The next day I didn't post anything, so shame on me. Something must have happened that day. And then I got 15,000 views, 11,000. This dropped to 4,000. So for whatever I did on this day wasn't good. And then went jump back up to 25. So this was a really good post. Now what I'm going to do is hop over here to content, and this is where you really get some great analytics on what is working. So if I go back to my last 10 posts right here, what Shield is doing is showing me my last 10 right here, right? So what I want to do is pay attention to this column here is the number of views. This is really what is going to be making the biggest difference for me. And for you is looking at what are the posts that are getting the most views. So right away my eye goes here, 20,000, and I want to click on this to see what was the post that got 20,000. There you go. Work ethic, not experience, makes great employees. Well, what's interesting to me is I'm writing more about hiring people who don't have experience, and that seems to be super resonating with my particular tribe. The second highest post I did was this one. It was also an agree post. Don't go around telling people about all your future plans. Get things done first. This is awesome. Look at this. 800 likes, 14,000 views. It seems like this is a theme I just started writing about, which is kind of like the hustle and secret culture. Like work hard, stay up late, do your thing, build your dream. So I'm going to try to write more posts around that because people are digging those. And then the third highest post I did last week had to do with self-care. Self-care is practicing how to stop feeling guilty for choosing peace over people. So these are the top 3. So what I'm going to do this week when I'm looking to write, I'm going to focus my posts around those 3. And then anything that's lower than 10,000 views, I'm just not going to pay attention to because I want things that actually convert and go far. I hope you can see how powerful this is. This is unbelievable. Just knowing which posts at a glance are doing the best can help you focus your efforts on high performing posts and then stop doing the posts that don't really work. Just as an example, right? Like, what is this one here? So I actually worked super hard on this post to write out, telling people it's okay to doubt yourself, so on and so forth. And it didn't go very far. 829, that to me is a dud these days. It used to be a really great post, but now it's not a good post. So that's a good lesson to me. Don't write about that kind of stuff, self-doubt. I guess my audience doesn't really resonate with that. So I'm going to focus on those 3. Okay, so that's a little overview of Shield. Again, this is the starter version. And if you want, you could upgrade to get a lot more analytics, but please do yourself a massive favor. Start this app right now. Get it linked up to your account so that as you make progress, you'll be able to see how well you're doing. All right, I'll see you out there.
You heard the man. Don't wait to get Shield Analytics set up. We have no relationship with Shield, and we don't even get anything if you sign up. It's just a financial advisor tool that we like and we find to be useful. So what are you waiting for? And speaking of useful, if you liked this video and you found it useful, will you give us a thumbs up below? Thanks. Hey, I would also encourage you to tap that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of the great content that we've got coming up. Thanks for watching.